Finally, I can record a good video. Let's see. We are here. Hey, it's Sarah. Hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Okay. So, on a serious note, we are back to the C10 pickup. We're about to do a gauge swap. We're going from the stock gauges to electronic gauges. We're keeping the same front face right here, the nice wood grain. It goes with the truck. It's original. It's just a matter of opinion and what you like and what you don't like, but I think it's going to look really sweet with the stock face and new electronic gauges. So keep watching, because I'm going to show you how to take apart the dash, and we're going to take out the gauges, and I will be showing you how to put in the new gauges, how to wire up these gauges, and how to make this thing just look freaking awesome. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so I got all the screws and everything out of the dash. There was one thing here. Let me flip the camera around. So when it came to the aftermarket radio that was put in, there was a faceplate on it, and then the knobs, and they had a nut over the faceplate. So I put them back on so I didn't lose them, but I'll show you how it was. As this was the last thing holding the front panel on. Oops, shoot. Alright. So, voila. It was like this. And it had a nut on it. We'll just pretend. And then it had a knob. Like so. Ta-da! We're not going to put it all back together. So anyways, pull the knobs off. Pull the nuts off each knob. Pull the front face off. I didn't really get that recorded, but oh well. I would suggest put your nuts back on your knobs. That way, when you go to put your faceplate back on, you know what you're doing. And then, after everything's out, you should be able to gently pull this sucker off. Alright, and to be continued.
Got it.
I got out. I'm squished. Alright, so I had to take the whole dash off because of the way the instrument cluster sits in the dash. If you want to bring it over here. It sits behind the actual frame or body of the vehicle, so I had to take out the dash so we could wiggle it out this way. I had to go up and out, which is a little bit of a pain. Oh, it's just stuck in there. There we go. And luckily, my awesome husband already cut the oil line, so I don't have to mess with that. And then I just released the speed sensor. Just pull down on the bracket, and it unlocks it, and you pull it out. And there you go. If you can get the dash out, and you're getting this out. And now we're going to take it in the house and take it apart. bosses on here that need to be cut, as shown in the video. You want to bring all the wires to the back. What's up, Doc? You're supposed to be in bed.
I'm not going to go to bed. I'm not.
Daddy's going to carry you up instead of leaving.
I'm not going to go to bed.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm
not going to bed.
Here. Got all the wires on the gauges. You're going to want to tie them together. You're going to bring them out the back. You want to splice the powers together and splice the grounds.
I know what I'm doing.
Alright, now that it's quiet, I'm back to put this together. I'm back, it's back. I moved locations. Hopefully a secret location where nobody can find me. Anyway, so we're going to put these back together now. I'm going to put this back together. I got all the wires routed, tied together where I want them to go out the back of the stock housing for the cluster. I spliced the wires. I had to extend them because the wires from the circuit board, the gauges weren't long enough, so I spliced my own wires on to make it longer. The gauges themselves fit pretty nicely. This gauge in the instructions you'll see, that's how you put the bolts and washers together to mount this set of gauges up off the other board higher. But we'll get it together. I'll show you this. The wiring itself, like I said, I'd extend the wires. I didn't have all the same colors, so I just made sure I wrote down what color wires I ran to what from the gauges. And then I put them on a connector. You can, a lot of the videos I've watched, they show Deutsch connectors, but I use a Molex. I was going to run the ground separate behind the cluster. There was an available ground, but I realized that too late. So if you get probably like a 13-way or 14-way actually, you can put the ground in there too. I just had to do mine separate because I realized too late. That's about it. Brought the wires out the back, and I'm going to put this back together. And one more thing, the fuel gauge in the instructions, it'll tell you whatever application you're going to use. It'll tell you which one, where to set your dip switches. So ours is a GM, so 1 is on and 2 is off. Make sure you set that, or else you're going to have to take the whole thing back out and do it again. I'm not saying I did or did not have to do that, but that's about it. Let me get this back together, and you can watch in the video how to do it. It's going to be instructions also. Thanks for watching. Alright, we finally got it back together. Make sure you read the instructions. Very important to set your dip switches for your fuel gauge. Make sure that you write down your wiring once again for which pins you ran what wire to, especially if you didn't have the exact color wires. You want to make sure you change it. When I see you next time, we will be swapping out the connector inside the truck from the stock gauges. The stock wiring harness. We're going to chop that sucker off, and we're going to put on our end to match up to gauges. The blinkers and everything are integrated into them, so pretty much we're going to utilize almost all the wires in here except for maybe 3 of them. But we'll go over that when we wire in the truck. So I hope you learned something from this and had fun. See you next time.
Don't think we'd leave you hanging without seeing what they look like. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.